All right, hello and welcome to week 4 of OLS Gold. Tonight we have a best of 2 between One Crit Wonder and Lil B Save My Life. Joining me here at the desk tonight is Foxy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here, man. I'm really excited for this game tonight.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good one. Both teams 3-3 now, so whoever wins this one, probably going to overtake the other one, or they could tie and keep it tied up. Should be pretty interesting. Anyways, One Crit Wonder going to be on the blue side, starting on the blue side. They will be on the purple side later on, and they're going to ban away the Olaf.
I'm really interested with the Olaf and Vayne bans coming out. Olaf, I haven't seen much of him in scenes like the LCS scenes, so I'm kind of curious where they're going with this, whether it's a comfort pick for one of the players, or whether they're genuinely scared of the engage, which can be pretty strong with something paired up with like a Righteous Glory.
Yeah, I think Rain overplayed him in the EU LCS, so he got a little bit of action in the jungle, but not too much at all. He's got a good amount of damage on the axes, and with the Devourer, he can be quite a menace, as well as the speed buff addition to his ultimate now, so pretty good taking that off the board. Gonna ban away the Vayne and Hecarim for Lil B Save My Life. That'll take a lot of late game pressure off the board, I guess.
It looks like the blue team are going to try and ban out a lot of engage, so I'm looking to see maybe like a late game kind of scaling team comp, somewhere where they can play passive in the early. They ban out big engages like Olaf, Nautilus, Annie, but all three have great engages, so they're probably going to go for a little bit more scaling comp, and that's what I'm expecting.
Right. Yeah, a little bit banning away that Rek'Sai, so that's a lot of early game jungle pressure that they get off the table right away. Young Soul taking his time on this first pick. Maybe see the likes of an Alistar or Janna.
Ooh, it looks like it's going to be a Janna, so that pairs up just fine with the late game scaling team comp, like I was saying. They're going for that last disengage that was left open. I'm looking for maybe a Gragas coming in for the next 2 picks for either take it away or for even more disengage.
Yeah, that Gragas would definitely add on and amplify the Janna's ability to disengage quite a bit. Rusty G probably going to lock in this Alistar, but an Ezreal pickup from Kanye is a god. So that's a little bit interesting. We don't see it quite as much in the mid lane anymore. Where do you expect for that Ezreal to go? I can't really tell.
I don't know either. I think we're just going to have to wait out and see for now. They are taking the Alistar, so maybe even both teams going for a little bit of disengage coming out. A little bit more scaling 80 carries.
Definitely. Destiny hovering the Rengar. I would be happy to see that one. Very fun champion to watch.
Looks like they're just going to go for the Amumu though. Oh, they're just hovering it. Sorry, my client glitched out there. That was weird.
Yeah, the Gragas, as we talked about. I find it a little interesting that Kanye would pick up that Ezreal so early on in the bans and pick phase here.
Yeah, so definitely with the Gragas Aurelia, I'm looking for a late game scaling team comp. Aurelia just scales pretty well. She's pretty good in the mid game, and I'd say she's pretty strong in the late game. And with 2 big disengaged champions, they're probably going to go for even a big hyper carry, 80 carry, someone like a Jinx I'm expecting over there. Also, a Jinx paired up with that Janna would be crazy for good sieging.
And then the possibility of a Lulu mid, that would make it... I don't know, I just think I'm a really huge fan of the Jinx Lulu. Just the amount of mobility you can give that Jinx and shields and protection would be crazy.
Oh, for sure.
We'll have to see, though. Lil B taking their time on these next 2 picks.
Ooh. Coming in with the Lee Sin, possibly the Scion. That's going to be a pretty good amount of engage coming in for them. So, looks like they're going to try and challenge that disengage comp, and they're just going to butt heads right away.
Yeah, and I've seen Lil B Save My Life play a similar comp to this before. Kanye is a god. He's going to take that Scion in the jungle, and then maybe next year Dig's going to rock that Lee Sin in the top lane. And when maybe next year did play that Lee Sin, he really kind of took a hold of the game. If I'm remembering correctly, I could be completely wrong, but it really switched things up because they went in a more passive, they went in with a more tanky style jungle and a more aggressive style jungle and a tanky top, and then they switched it up the second game, and I believe they won that one. So
There's
should
a
be
Jinx lot.
yeah. But I'm interested to see this matchup in the top lane, though. Dead Essence on the Irelia versus maybe next year Dig on Lee Sin. It's going to be a lot of aggression. Brand.
Ooh. As a Lee Sin player myself, I'm very excited. I'm hoping that's a Lee Sin top. I'm praying a little bit there. Brand coming out, he's going to be very good against them because as you look, they have Lee Sin, Sion, Alistar. All three are very high health champions. Champion who can really shred down those tanks with an early Leandries, which is it's a pretty good pick, I'd say. Also very low mobility, so he really benefits off of the Janna and Gragas disengage.
Yeah, and one thing about the Brand, I've talked to several of my, higher elo than I am friends, and I always ask them, why is Brand not played in the LCS? Like, why is he not played competitively? Because he has so much damage. He has stun and a lot of damage, and the conclusion they come to is like, the higher you get, the easier, or the less you get hit by skill shots. The better you get at dodging them. So, I mean, with the lower skill, maybe more skill shots will land, but I've always looked at Brand in solo queue and kind of cried a little bit because I never got good enough to dodge his stuns for some reason.
Yeah, that's why you saw like little Brand support come out of nowhere all of a sudden for a little bit. About a half season back, people realize, oh wow, if you land all your skill shots on Brand, he does an awful lot of damage.
Right, it does look like I deserve Challenger. Gonna lock in that Fizz, and they're gonna set out the timer here. So, a little bit of extra safety in that mid lane. Right now, who do you think's gonna win this game, just based off the team comps right now?
Based off the team comps, I do believe that One Crit Wonder probably has the better team comp in my mind. I'm liking the disengage. I'm liking the scaling. They can execute it. I think they're gonna win. But Lil B also has a very good engage comp. If they can get started snowballing, which is really good with what Lee Sin is meant to do, and that Fizz can snowball awfully hard as well. I think if they start snowballing and get an early lead, then Lil B will be able to take the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to side with One Crit Wonder on this one. I think if they played this correctly, control the game out, control those objectives properly, they're going to be able to take this game away. But anyways, now that we've shared our thoughts, let's send things over to the polls. Let us know what you guys think, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Crashing to you, we both feel the hit, we both feel the way that our chemicals mix, and I wish that
Alright, welcome on to the Rift, everyone. Let's do a rundown of the teams. Starting on the blue side, we have Dead Essence in the top lane, Destiny in the jungle, Killer 206 in the middle, Zithian God as marksman, and the Young Soul on support.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh, Foxy?
Yeah.
Do you want to read red side?
I'm sorry about that. I was having client issues. I was trying to fix that up. Alright. So for the red side, we have maybe next year Dig in the top lane. Kanye is a god in the jungle. I Deserve Challenger in the middle lane. Pipsqueak as marksman or AD carry. And Russie G14 as support.
Yeah, if we look at the level 1s, fairly standard starts. A little bit of a deep ward for maybe next year Dig in the top lane. So pretty good wards. And of course, Little B's got to do their ping spam before every game.
Of course, it's how you gain elo, man. Little known
Absolutely.
fact.
Minions have spawned.
Looks like both teams are just going to do a standard start, getting a little bit of vision on Lil B's part with that good ward by Lee Sin. He should know that they're starting over at the blue side.
For sure. Moving the champions around real quick. Looking at the starting items, Janna deciding to go with the coin in the bot lane, so a little bit of extra sustain. And something I've seen recently, and I'm not I can't say how good this is, but I've seen Alistar take the coin quite a bit, and it actually gives a good amount of mana and health regen, and it enables him to use his heal a little bit more to heal up the AD carry. So
I would say it's a good pick if you're in a more poke-oriented lane. This one, I wouldn't say it's too much poke. You got the Jinx Rockets and maybe a few Janna autos, but that's about it. But if you're in a little bit more aggressive lane, like a Caitlyn, maybe Nami, then I could see it for sure.
yeah, and especially if Janna's not gonna go
Looking for some action in the top lane. Lee Sin roams down, coming in, grabbing the blue buff, and forcing a Gragas flash, which is going to be really big.
Yeah, he is. I believe he is going to be able to get away with that blue buff, so very well played by him.
It's very good knowledge of him knowing when to exactly go. His ward was down. And it looks like they're also going to have a blue ward and see Sion doing his red buff. So they have an idea of where he's at.
Yeah, and I believe what Lee Sin did enable that was he pushed up the wave early on as well as getting that deep ward in. So very well played by him, knowing just where the top laner was, and then obviously communicating very well with the mid laner. Oh my god,
Sure,
might be
like a little bit
looking.
of aggression in the middle lane.
Ooh, stun down to I Deserve Challenger. That's going to be the first blood going to Killer, but Retribution kill over to Sion.
Fizz led that gank a little bit too quickly there, going in a little bit before Sion could land anything, and allowed Brains to get a little bit more off than he thought.
That is 2 summoners burnt for the brand, whereas just the Ignite was burned for I Deserve Challengers, so
And that's
slight
also a
advantage
pretty-
to them.
It's a decent lead also for the Sion, as not only did he get the kill, but the wave was in the middle of the lane, so he was able to push it up and take a lot of solo XP. He's already doubling Gragas in farm. Other than that, right now we're looking at standard lanes. Not a whole lot happening in the bot lane. Pretty even in CS. Ezreal a little bit up with the Targon procs from Alistar.
Yeah, and in this top lane, Lee Sin really kind of starting out with a strong CS lead. It does have the Crystalline Flask, but it's running out of charges. She's got a little bit of extra sustain, but maybe next year Dig's just completely bullying him out.
Looks like... No, Gragas isn't going to make anything in the bot lane. He's just going for Scuttles. Sion and Gragas are going to see each other. And looks like both of them are going to back off, though.
Dead Essence, going a little aggressive. Gonna get the stun down and walk out. One thing to note is in that mid lane, I Deserve Challenger down about 10 CS, kind of to be expected though, but he is gonna hurt a little bit because Brand did pick up that kill. Be a little bit starved for gold here.
Plus, he probably didn't get any of those minions, and that's why he's frozen in the middle of the lane for Sion to take. So it's a little bit greedy. Sion got ahead from it, but he also pushed it kind of slow. So Brain probably got like 2 or 3 of those minions.
Definitely a little aggression in the bot lane. Rusty G getting the combo off here. Zithian God putting back a lot of damage though. Rusty G under half health, has to back away. Now Pipsqueak caught in the chompers. Zithian God going low on mana though, so he probably won't be able to get anything.
Lee Sin up in the top lane has the level advantage, so we might see something like a insect play coming out, trying to force the level 6 fight, where really it doesn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, the worry is if Aurelia does get that stun under turret, it's fairly long duration, and does a good amount of damage, so. OCG looking for a fight in the bot lane. Pipsqueak gonna fly through, gets some good hits down. I think God gonna be okay though.
I almost feel like there's a little bit of miscommunication in the bot lane where Alistar is going in doing his combo, and then Jinx is getting a lot of retribution damage as Alistar tries to walk away. Meanwhile, Ezreal's back farming the minion line.
On the top lane. Oh, nope, nothing's gonna come of it. I keep expecting for very explosive action in that top lane, but it's always just, hit each other, stun, walk away.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too, and it's throwing me off a little bit.
Scythian God down about 3 CS. A little bit more than that due to the Targon or Relic Shield stacks. So it's hurting a little bit. Also low on mana, but both 80 carries should back soon to pick up their first item.
Aurelia burned TP in the top lane to get back to the
Sion.
lane.
Sion looking for the ult in the bot lane. Has been channeled. Everybody backing up. Looks like Kanye gonna go right under the turret. Meanwhile, in the top lane, looks like there's a little bit of damage down onto maybe next year dig. A little bit, more like a lot. It looks like Sion got out of that okay. I thought he went deeper than he did.
It is a Sion, so there's not a whole lot you can really fight him back. He can afford to take a few turret shots when he's full health like that. But they're gonna use that. They're gonna use the pressure in the bot lane and the Aurelia no TP to force a dragon here, and it looks like they're probably gonna get it here.
Yeah, one really good thing coming from maybe next year dig getting a lot of lane pressure up there. Ooh, a little bit of a late smite. Keller might be the focus here. Destiny flies through with the body slam, and Keller's gonna pick that one up with the ignite. A little bit of over-aggression in the mid lane.
Yeah, he didn't have much vision of that, and knowing that his team is doing dragon, he should have had an idea that Gragas is probably rotating over there.
Nonetheless, Little B Save My Life do get the dragon. There's a slight gold disadvantage, about 500 now. Not too bad. Maybe next year dig getting a nice pink ward in that top lane. I do... No, it is in the bush, so... Very good pink ward.
Even with the kill in the top lane, Lee Sin is up in gold on Aurelia because of the CS difference.
Looks like the second blue of the game for red side's gonna go over to I Deserve Challenger. He'll be able to sustain and pull Hop a little bit easier. Ooh, Irelia doing a good amount of damage now with the Sheen completed. Sion's already got the Cinderhulk complete as well. So Gragas a little bit behind.
Sion's gonna be really big in comparison with the Cinderhulk if the Gragas can't finish it soon.
Rusty G misses his combo, but he might be a little caught out here. Explosive Cask is down. Rusty G having to run. Exhaust is down on the Zithian God. The Jinx Rocket's out, and that's going to pick up the kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Keller gonna go down. Dead Essence a little caught out in the river.
We got some action in the top lane. He's gonna go for the kick. He's not gonna follow it up. Man, it's just action factor right now.
Oh, he might be pinched. Well, that's another kill over to I Deserve Challenger. So 2-2-1 on that Fizz now, accelerating him a little bit. As we talked about, snowbally champions getting kills, not the best thing. Well, I guess it's the best thing if you're playing on Little B's team.
That's for sure.
Sightstone's complete for both supports now, so they're going to be putting out a decent amount of vision, not village.
Wrong word there, small dog.
2 good pink wards for One Crit Wonder, though, so they have their red side pretty secure, but Gragas really needs to pay a little bit of attention to this top lane. Maybe next year Dig really pulling ahead.
He's up by almost 1,000 gold already. It's gonna be big, and he doesn't even a kill. It's just gonna be because of the CS difference. Gragas is gonna pick up the Cinder Hulk. Looks like One Crit Wonder is
Jinx
gonna come
Rocket.
out and
Ooh.
Alistair Scion looking towards the mid lane, gonna maybe try and make something happen. No, they're just gonna back off, being seen by Ward.
Yeah, Kanye is a god doing a good job. He really kind of has recognized how fast the Scion ult channels up and where to place it. Well, I mean, mainly you want to place it in lane, but...
Ooh, that's really interesting. Mobility boots coming out from the Gragas nice and early, trying to make a global presence in that early game.
It could pay off, but I really feel like he needs to be spending more time towards this top lane. Irelia taking a good amount of damage. Dragon up in 1 minute and 37 seconds. Both teleports are up, so I expect there to be a decent fight up here. At least in out-sustaining Dead Essence, but there's going to be a fight.
Lee Sin just taking over with the kick. And Q to follow it up.
Kanye's God smites that Scuttle Crab away, making sure he has secured vision for this dragon.
Looks like One Crit Wonder is gonna rotate for the drag. They're setting it up a little early there. About a minute still to go.
Lee Sin visiting this mid lane. If he can get a kick down, could be pretty bad for Keller. There's no vision on Keller as of yet. However, he's gonna walk around here. Maybe next year Dig looking for this Sonic Wave. Fish goes out, but it does not land. I Deserve Challenger stunned up. Ignites go down onto both members. There's the ultimate. Oh, but there's Destiny to pick up the kill. Maybe next year Dig stunned up. The stun from Scion misses Dead Essence. Maybe next year Dig might be in a little bit of trouble now.
Doesn't have any wards to ward hop too. He's gonna use the scuttle to try and kick away. I think he'll be safe here.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane.
Jinx in the bot lane is forced to 2v1 this.
Yeah, Janna ran up towards the mid lane way late. Jinx holding her own though. Sightstone completed on the side of Kanye. He's going to have that out. But it does look like the Dragon's going to get started up by One Crit Wonder. Destiny throws out the explosive cask, missing Kanye though.
The teleport from maybe next year Dig does come through. 3-man knockup from Rusty G. Looks like the focus is going to be on maybe next year Dig. Dead Essence very low though, as well as Destiny. He's going to flash away. Dead Essence going to be the focus here. And he does go down to a Mystic Shot. 1 for nothing so far. Oh, but Destiny completely caught out, wasn't paying attention. He's going to heal up a little bit from the body slam, but he's going to go down. And this should be a Lil B's Dragon.
Pretty free. A little late on the smite again, but it's alright. They still pick it up. Looks like they're just going to reset back to the lanes. Big top lane wave pushing in. Lee Sin's going to rotate. So yeah, they're just going back to standard lanes with Fizz picking up blue.
That's going to be Lil B's second dragon of the game. Aurelia looking to complete her Trinity Force. She's got part of the Zeal already done, so it shouldn't be too much longer, but being significantly behind in CS is not helping. I Deserve Challenger looking for a fight on Keller here. He's gonna get stunned up though. Here comes the Young Soul. He's gonna knock up I Deserve Challenger. I Deserve Challenger about 300 health. There goes the ultimate. But he's gonna pick up a kill and go down to Zithian God. Ezreal skin keeps confusing me.
Wow, I'm just looking up in that top lane. The gold advantage is ridiculous. Looks like Lee Sin is up 1.6 thousand gold on Aurelia. It's going to be very big. She's going to be very late to her Trinity Force and not able to really benefit off of that Trinity Force mid-game power spike.
Definitely. Neither jungler's really spending that much time in the top lane, though. So the lead was completely earned on player alone. The player alone. And it does look like Lee Sin gonna spend a little bit of time bot lane. He might be a bit caught out again. However, Zithian got taking a lot of damage, and the kick's gonna kill him. Very well played.
Oh, wow. That Lee Sin really has a lot of burst. You gotta respect that, especially in this phase in the game.
Definitely, and the Young Soul still has Monsoon, so he could have canceled that dash from the Sonic Wave. However, Dead Essence, they caught out here. Fish has gone down. I Deserve Challenger gonna pick up that one.
Looks like they're really rotating really well on the side of Lil B, and using the Lee Sin's advantage to really start snowballing the other lanes. As well as they got Fizz back in the game with some good early roams that picked him up a few kills.
Yeah, Fizz in that mid lane, 4-4-2 now. Already with the Lich Bane and Sorks complete, so he's going to be dishing out a good amount of damage. In the looking towards the bot lane, Rusty G picking up the upgraded sweeper, so first upgrade of the game. A little surprising to see, considering maybe next year Dig already level 12, so...
Right now, what I feel like One Crit Wonder needs to do is they just need to sit back, try and get their Jinx and their Brand to just farm up a little bit, and also the Aurelia to just grab some firemen.
Oh, I Deserve Challenger might be baiting a little bit here with the recalls. So I think God putting down a good amount of damage. He's gonna be okay. Again, maybe next year Dig playing with the jungler. Keller might have him caught out here, though. Stun does go down, and that's going to go over to Keller 206. That's going to be a good pickup.
Meanwhile, they had vision of 3 in the top lane, so they're going to go for a dive down here in the bot.
Dead Essence in the middle of things. Rusty G, Unbreakable will war off. There comes the rocket, but Dead Essence is going to pick that one up. Now, on to Pipsqueak, dealing a lot of damage already with the Trinity Force completed. Guess it's a bit late, but still does the damage. Now Kanye, very far forward. He's gonna get exhausted, knocked back by the explosive cast. I Deserve Challenger has rejoined the fight. He's gonna Control pull back to safety. Oh, he does get slowed by the zap. Here comes the stun. However, he does go back in. Iserv Challenger gonna go down to Gragas. Was that a 1-for-1?
I believe it was a
2-for-1 because
2-for-1.
Rusty G
2-for-1,
went
yeah.
down. That's right.
So that's good on the side of One Crit Wonder, obviously. Looks like a minute on Dreg, so I'm expecting even more action coming in the bot lane. They're actually even in gold right now, only about a 200 difference.
Yeah, and Zythian God might be a little bit caught out here. Maybe an extra dig. Gonna be pretty greedy and pick that one up. 3-2-2 now. 153 CS on him. Flashes out of maybe an extra dig. The shield. Eye of the Storm comes out for the young soul. However, he went the wrong way, and he's probably gonna pay for this. Keller coming down. Maybe an extra dig a little out of position. He should be fine though.
Yeah, he's just gonna play it smart, loop around the red buff, having a little bit of vision of where he can go with that red ward.
Yeah, and Keller playing very aggressively here. He doesn't get a stun onto anybody, but Rusty G taking a lot of damage. That percent health damage from the Leandries is doing some crazy work. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, trading turrets for both the teams. A little bit of a face-off in the mid lane. Explosive pass completely missing. Now the ultimate from Brand. Hitting two members. That really is not what Sion likes to see. Dead Essence still in the top lane.
He doesn't have TP, so he's really trying to force some pressure here so that their team can't Dragon, and he's going to be able to pick up the turret here, it looks like. So
Yeah.
2 turrets unresponded to.
Pipsqueak had to be respect the damage from that Irelia. Zythian God gonna start up the dragon. And that's gonna go over to the blue team, so that's their first dragon of the game. Very important. Delaying the third dragon at least 6 minutes now. And just a quick look at the warding coverage. One Crit Wonder got 2 pink wards out onto the field. A decent setup for that dragon, but it wasn't the best. They really just had the jump on it, as well as having... Well, no, they didn't have the teleport from the Irelia, so... Just knowing the timing, I guess. Now with the new updates, always having the dragon timer is definitely coming in handy. Will be Save My Life. Not as great vision control. They've got 2 pink wards, but... that pink ward in the top lane not really doing as much.
From the side of Lil B, right now they're not doing too much. They're just keeping the lanes. With the way it is, they're not even that far. Actually, they're up by 300 gold. They should be trying to take advantage of their lead as One Crit Wonder does snowball harder than them. And they are not snowball, I'm sorry. Scale harder than them.
Yeah, I Deserve Challenger gets the Scuttle Crab, but he might be in a little trouble. However, Kanye out of position, and the percent health damage gonna do work. I Deserve Challenger has to split up from Kanye. The stun goes down onto 3 members of the team. He's trying to get away, but he does go down. Undead Scion coming running back, but it's probably not gonna be enough damage. Maybe an extra dig still here, but Lil B just doesn't seem to be playing quite as a team.
This is an awfully aggressive game so far for having a scaling comp in here and having all that Gragas and Janna disengage. It's about 20 kills at 24 minutes, so there's almost a kill per minute coming out from one team or the other. Both teams are still going to be deadlocked in gold.
Yeah, and 8 of those kills on the mid laner, on the respective mid laners, 4 for each. So they're very strong coming into this mid game. Top laners similar as well. I mean, with the last Whisper and the Hydra completed, he's got a lot of mid game damage, and then the Trinity Force, obviously. Huge power spike. Ooh, and Magi is picked up on Janna.
So she's really not looking to get into any fights. Might make it a little bit harder to ward, though.
She's basically looking right now to just sit back, press her E on somebody, and hope she gets an assist and just stack up the Magi's. Looks like one Wonder is going to force a little bit of a split push in the bot lane and make Lil B respond to them. But I think they're just going to go mid and try and group up and do something on this Brand and Gragas.
Keller just does so much damage right now. Scion ult coming out, locking up Destiny. Keller's still alive, putting back damage. I Deserve Challenger going under 200 health. He goes down to Keller, and Destiny's gonna get picked up by maybe next year dig. Keller might be a little caught out now. Unbreakable. Oh, just wore off, and the Jinx Rocket's gonna take it away. Dead Essence right in the middle of a fight. Pipsqueak gonna be the next to go down now. Oh no, he's not down yet. He does though. Maybe next year dig. The focus and one crit wonder might get their ace here. Scion has the shield down. Flash out from a Young Soul. Using the Monsoon to knock Kanye back away from the rest of the team. A little bit interesting. The chase is going to go on. It's not going to be an ace because I Deserve Challenger is up, but that's going to be a killing spree for Zithian. Zathian? I can't remember how I was saying it. That's going to be a killing spree. 5-2-2 now on that Jinx. Infinity Edge probably going to be the Phantom Dancer complete when she goes back. Definitely. 3,000 gold in the pocket. Very well played.
Oh, very well played. The Aurelia was really able to get on the Ezreal, which is normally hard for her to do with the kiting potential coming out from him. So the fact that she could get there without needing to worry about his E was really big, and she was able to take him down there. And from there, they just cleaned up the fight. The Fizz was a little overextended there, going for the squishies, but wasn't quite able to get them, and they just cleaned up from there. And that's going to give them quite an advantage with their late game count now. About 5k? 4.3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Almost 5k gold advantage. And 5 turrets to the 3 of Little B right now. So I think the focus is going to be on this next dragon respawning in about 50 seconds. Wow, I'm doing great at talking today. 50 seconds now, so the focus really is probably going to be on this dragon. Lil B saved my life. Probably going to try to get that aspect and maybe win the fights that way. Because at this point, the scaling of one crit wonder is going to be pretty hard to match.
Especially with all that disengage and letting the Jinx just auto from behind it. It looks like to me Lil B is doing a really nice job of setting up the dragon, having a little bit of pressure. He's giving it up though, so now one crit wonder is able to come in just 13 seconds before the dragon, set up some wards.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe next year Dig's pressure has really fallen off coming into this mid game. He got some good pressure bot lane, but it really just didn't carry through. Right now he's just grouping with the team, and that's not really what I see Lee Sin the best at.
Oh, definitely not. With both top laners having TP, it's kind of interesting seeing them already at the pit where they could be forcing each other to burn the TPs, force each other to react to a split push or lose a turret for it. But it looks like both teams are just going to have both their top laners group up, not really go for a split push or anything. They're just going to dance it for now.
Sonic Wave landing onto Zithian God. Dragon has respawned, and it does get started by Zathian God. He's going to pull it out, and Lobi saved my life, just going to pull back. Great Scrying Orb onto 4 members of the team. Young Soul going to be the first focus. He's going to use Monsoon to knock everybody back, but he's going to go down as well as the Brand. But Jinx has gotten excited, throwing back a decent amount of damage. 2 for 1 so far. But Scion's going to go down as well. There's the Jinx Rocket. Connects onto the rest of the team. Rusty G going to go down. Zithian going to pick up his Quadra kill, and that's going to be the... Not the Penta. Oh, I thought it was a Penta. I was about to get so happy. Oh.
Report Gragas coming out in the alt chat here. How can you blame him? Stealing right under his nose.
The Zethian God gonna go down, so no inhibitor turret. Rather, the second dragon of the game picked up for One Crit Wonder. Only 30 minutes into this game now. Not a very long death timer.
No, not at all. Both teams having 2 drags here. And the goal difference is just getting bigger and bigger coming out for One Crit Wonder. They're just looking like they're going to be able to get their carries to start getting some big items, and that's going to be really big. Especially that Jinx now with that Quadra kill. She's going to have a lot of items, a lot of money to spend, and she already has 3 items and her boots done.
Definitely, and looking at that AD carry a little more in depth, the gold disadvantage almost 3k now in the favor of that Jinx, so Pipsqueak not doing the best in terms of keeping up.
One really big thing that I didn't even notice in Champ Select is One Crit Wonder's team comp. They don't really have any reliable engage onto that Jinx. They have the Scion ulti, which can be blocked by someone. Usually a frontliner will be in the way, and he won't be able to just ram right into Jinx. And the only other way they're able to get on Jinx is with that Lee Sin inset kick, or possibly just being able to one combo her, which I don't think he's going to be able to do. So it's going to be pretty difficult to come back from this. They're really going to need to either catch Jinx out with some good warding and a good pick, or just be able to somehow shred their tanks.
Might be the pick you were talking about. Exhaust, however, does go down onto Iserve Challenger. The Young Soul having to burn everything, though. Very out of position, throwing down a very deep ward. But yeah, to add on to what you were saying, Rusty G14, he does have that Righteous Glory completed, so it will help them get into those fights. But still, I've seen some decent combos from him, but no game-changing, team fight-changing combos.
Again, it's all going to be on that Jinx, and they're going to have to get the Jinx. Like, she's so big right now, she's able to shred tanks, she just scales so well, and I don't see him winning if this gets past, like, 40-45 minutes, where they just completely start to outscale the Lil B team count.
Definitely. 32-30 on the clock. Good 6k gold lead in the for One Crit Wonder. They're looking to group up here and potentially push down some more turrets. One in the top lane did fall, so it looks like they might be grouping towards this bot lane. Not really having a whole lot to do, stalling out the game a little bit.
Looks like they are going to start going for the split push like we were talking about earlier. Finally letting their top laners start splitting.
Yeah, I mean, that Lee Sin. 5-4 and 2, 100 CS up on Irelia. I'm not sure if he can fight her. I mean, she does have the Spirit Visage, though, so she's not going to be blocking that much attack damage.
Lee Sin also offers a huge split push pressure with that Hydra. He's able to push waves so quick with the Hydra and E.
Yeah, Righteous Glory has been popped, though. Explosive Casks to defuse the situation. Kanye not gonna go in.
Looks like that's just a wasted Righteous Glory and Gragas ultimate for both teams.
Yeah, a little bit longer cooldown on the Righteous Glory, I believe. Actually, they're pretty similar, so I think about a minute on each.
It's about 90 seconds on each. I just looked up. Gragas has about 81 seconds. Alistair's about 90.
Yeah, so Alistair, or Gragas will be up a little bit sooner, but nothing too major burn. Young Soul's still waiting for the exhaust.
Awful lot of wards in that Lil B blue side jungle, just lighting up like a Christmas tree right now. Both teams can see everything there.
Yeah, they did get the their 6th turret of the game, so that's fairly important.
Dragon's still tied, so it's going to be interesting to see which team chooses to go for the Dragon in a minute 20 seconds, or if one team decides to go for a Baron while the other team starts up Dragon, because Baron's definitely becoming a possibility for both these team comps.
Definitely. One Crit Wonder already has the warding advantage on that dragon. The rest of Lil B Save My Life, they're gonna back off and pick up their wards. 2 pink wards in the inventory of Lil B Save My Life. Kanye gonna throw down a ward into the Baron and back to refill that. And it looks like Irelia's pinging out the Baron.
Wow, 4 items on Jinx. It's just ridiculous how much damage she's doing, even out poking in Ezreal.
Maybe Next Year Dig a little bit caught out here. He throws his pink ward over the wall and dashes to it. Safeguard saving him a little bit. Blue buff does get warded up. I Deserve Challenger's gonna take that, but he gets stunned up, and that's gonna be the kill over to Keller. I Deserve Challenger going way too hard for that blue buff. Ooh, Unbreakable Will popped a little bit too late, doesn't avoid the stun, and he's just gonna get melted down. That's a lot of damage he took, though.
That should be a free dragon for One Crit Wonder, and even a potential Baron afterwards with those death timers. Not
Definitely.
too long, but long enough that they should be able to pressure it, ward it up, or even start it if they want to.
True Shot Barrage coming across, but it's just gonna hit some members of the team. Does a good amount of damage, though. But yeah, Little B Save My Life trying to get that blue buff with insufficient vision.
Looks like they are going to be starting out Baron here. They have Fishing of it on the side of Lil B though, so this could be the fight that Lil B is looking for if they can get in position. Alistair is going
Kanye
to be crazy late.
Does
Not
have
gonna
Smite. He does flash in, but it does go over to Jinx. Jinx having to pop heal as well as the Monsoon. Kanye still trying to go in. Dead Essence does pick up the kill onto Lee Sin, however. I Deserve Challenger flashing onto the backline, but he does not get Zithian God. And Zithian God going crazy this fight. 11, 3, and 4. The battle still continues. Rusty G going to be the next target. That's going to go over to Keller. And this should be the game.
It looks like they can end it. It's going to be a little close with that time coming up in 15. I think I'm only going to see an inhib maybe in both lanes. Yeah, they can probably get an inhib in both lanes, but I don't think they can end quite yet.
Yeah, they could probably just rotate onto that bottom lane and pick that up as well. Ooh, Zithian God going a little bit too far forward. Getting caught out.
Smart from the Ezreal to know that his heal was burned in that fight as well as the Mercurials, so he couldn't get out the slow from the Ezreal. It looks like from One Crit Wonder, they're only going to have to recall, just use the Baron that they got and just siege it from there, wait for the Jinx, and they should be able to just push in that bot lane, take it over, and win the game off of that.
Definitely. Jenna fending off the bot lane. RCG trying to restore a little bit of vision throughout the jungle. But One Crit Wonder has really got their number when it comes to seeing what's going on in the jungle.
Janna actually up at 12 stacks already, even with her death. So on top of that, she's going to be scaling and just getting stronger and stronger as a support.
Yeah, and she's got Spooky Ghost complete, so that'll help them pick off targets even easier.
Yeah, I'm seeing Brandon in that bottom lane just putting some wards near their blue, just making sure they have vision. Looks like they're recognizing that they just need to push bot lane. And they're going to use the Baron. The Baron only has a 4th left, so they're going to have to siege awfully quick. I don't think they're going to be able to fully use it because Aurelia and Janna are in the mid lane.
Does look like the group is going to be towards this bot side. One Crit Wonder warding up the blue side jungle of Lil B.
Oh my goodness, that Jinx damage, it just doesn't stop, man. They're not abusing her for poking them, and she's just getting so many free autos off, which are just really taking a toll with how strong she is.
Definitely. Gragas joining the team now, so a bit more of the frontline. Kanye going in, however.
Dead Essence gonna be the focus. It looks like Rusty G taking so much damage. Scythian God on a rampage now. Pipsqueak very low. He has to go back to base. Jinx getting completely excited. I Deserve Challenger very caught out. That's gonna go over to Scythian God. 12, 4, and 6. 3 inhibitors down.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's the game right here. They should be able to just cruise this in, take down the turrets, and win the game off of this. With how strong Zitting and strong and fast Zitting is.
More than likely, a little bit of a last-ditch effort for Lil B Save My Life, but 2 members already down. Scion just crawling back to base. He's going to be able to make it, but that's going to be the game. 40-45 on the clock. One Crit Wonder takes their first game of this series.
Wow, great game coming out from One Crit Wonder. It was a little aggressive in the early game, but they really did a nice job of just peeling that Jinx, just making sure she could take control, get a little bit of gold, and just build those items that make her so strong.
Yeah, for sure. I really feel like a lot of it was lost when maybe Next Year did kind of lost pressure. I mean, he got that top lane. He won that top lane for the team, but it seemed like he just kind of lost pressure as the game went on.
Once he roamed bot lane and gave up Aurelia 2 turrets, that allowed her to start just sitting back, not doing too much, and she could just farm up too. She could just freeze waves. She could pretty much do what she wanted since she then gained the 2 turrets and got so much global gold to compensate for the Lee Sin being up.
For sure. Anyways, we will be back with Game 2 in just a moment. We're going to go to a quick break, and we will see you guys in Champion Select, so stick around.